Hello, and welcome to Story Time with Karu, the show where I'm going to read you the worst fanfics imaginable. For our first episode today, I thought we would start with a little story entitled Cloud Mows the Lawn. Are you all sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. Tifa knelt by the window. Her arms were rested on the windowsill. She sighed in contentment, gazing outside. Cloud was out front, mowing the lawn. His shirt was off, which was a big turn-on for Tifa. His wife of 2 weeks now. Tifa laughed as she realised she could stare at him all day. She was rather sad that he would finish eventually. He worked out every day and his chest really showed that. He was the sexiest man Tifa had ever saw. That didn't make Tifa fall in love with him though. They grew up together and they had secret crushes on each other since they were young. Cloud proposed to her the day after their long adventure and she immediately accepted. She would never forget that moment when she felt like she and Cloud were alone in space. They married a week after he proposed and were rarely seen outside after that. Anyway, back to the story. Tifa was in the master bedroom on the second floor of their new house, watching the man of her dreams cut the grass. The 20-year-old woman was watching him mow the lawn for the 7th time. It was a hobby of hers, and the fact that they had a huge yard and it would take Cloud an extra long time to cut it. Watching how strong he was, she would not move for anything. Suddenly, Tifa felt a slight rumble in her stomach, but she ignored it. She was having too good of a time watching Cloud. The best part of the mowing the lawn routine was at the end, when he would come upstairs to the shower. Right before he entered the bathroom, she would ask Cloud if they could take a shower together. They would always end up kissing throughout the shower, and they would leave in a better mood than ever. She was so sure he would let her shower with her that she was not wearing any underwear under her black miniskirt. She felt her stomach rumble again and sighed. She didn't want to leave. She wanted to stay there for the longest time, watching her husband do the yard. Of course, she knew he would do it again, and again, and again, but she cherished every minute of watching him. She could not bear to stop. Tifa's stomach rumbled again, louder than the first 2 times. She realised that she had to think of what to do, and quickly. She could run and return immediately, but then she would miss some of the lawn mowing action. Her second option was to stay and clean after herself, but the fear of getting caught made her feel uneasy. The feeling caused her stomach to rumble more. Tifa looked down. The floor was brand new and very expensive tile floor. It was not a very pleasant idea for her to mess it up. Whatever, muttered Tifa. When a girl has to shit, a girl has to shit. Tifa's black skirt was actually a wraparound, and it was easy to remove. Soon, she was bottomless. Tifa took a deep breath and closed her eyes. She pushed and grunted over again until she felt her anus stretch. "This is it," she said aloud. While pushing and grunting, a crackling sound filled her ears as the turd finally slid out of her body. It was a hard one, dark brown and compressed together. Tifa didn't mind the smell of her own droppings, but she knew it would be difficult to get away with this. With Tifa's shit sitting on the floor, she felt slightly relieved. Tifa let out a long, gassy fart. She giggled, for she tended to have gassy poops. Her relief soon ended, however, as she felt another log travelling from her colon to her rectum. She pushed again, and the turd began to slide out. Unfortunately for poor Tifa, it got stuck halfway. "I'll bet that feels good," said Cloud from behind her. Tifa immediately jumped up in shock. She was so focused on expelling what was in her gorgeous bowels that Cloud finished the lawn and came up to the bedroom. So there she was, standing there in a white t-shirt, white socks, red sneakers, no pants or underwear, and 5 inches of shit sticking out of her arse in front of the love of her life. Tifa began to cry. And Cloud approached her and hugged her. She didn't care. Her shirt became drenched with his sweat. She wanted her man. She even felt the bulge in his pants and realised that her taking a dump had turned him on. To Tifa's surprise, Cloud turned her around, lowered her onto her hands and knees. Tifa was puzzled at first, wondering what he would do, But that puzzle was soon solved as Cloud guided his dick towards her anus, and the shit hung from it. Cloud moaned as Tifa's warm poo mashed against his dick. They had had anal sex many times before, but never with a huge turd stuck in Tifa's ass. Suddenly, Cloud's dick set the poop that had been stuck in Tifa's ass free. Tifa's rectum expelled Turd's turd. Tifa farted again, and Cloud felt a pleasant breeze on his member. "Thanks," exclaimed Tifa. "Hey, no problem," said Cloud. "I'm going to shower. Wanna come with me?" And that was chapter 1 of the most romantic fanfic I have ever read, entitled Cloud Mows the Lawn. If you would like to hear any more of these fanfics, then I suggest you hit the subscribe button. I could read Cloud Mows the Lawn chapter 2, or I could find something even more depraved to read to you guys. Just for future reference, I have not written any of these fanfics myself. They have come from the darkest corners of the internet. I'm KupoKaru, and until next time.